everybody, and welcome back to another episode. Happy Tuesday, guys. Monday, guys. Today's Monday? No, Tuesday. Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Thank you guys for being here. Holy crap, I don't even know what day it is. Let me check. Let me make sure. Yes, Tuesday. Woo! That's how bad the week is already that I don't even know what day it is today. So, guys, we have some action. We got finally the release of Nightwing, a figure that, as usual, the bums didn't think was ever coming out because it was teased so long ago. It was only put up for pre-order last year. Everybody was freaking excited over it. So here we are. Also, guys, we have some tease video of another one of the bugs from those Kamen Rider things, I believe. Amazon, it says. I pulled up a little picture of it because I had no idea what the hell that was. So we're going to look into that to see if anybody knew what it was. I definitely didn't. I'm going to tell you that right now. That's why I had to look it up, because I had never seen anything like it. I told you guys the original Kamen Riders I had seen on YouTube. That's why I bought them. I thought they were cool looking things, right? The little grasshoppers. But this thing is something brand new altogether, which, again, I had never seen. I didn't even know it was a thing. So we're going to look into that to see what it's all about. So, guys, let's see who's in the house. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. There's 11 of you guys in here. Thank you guys for being here on this Tuesday evening. Completely forgot what day it was. That is insane. We got Ash in the house. Welcome, my friend. How are you?
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
Welcome. What up, Plastic Crackers? Fast, wrong again with it. Look, guys, pay attention. I've been telling him it's coming soon. Okay? Been telling him it's coming soon, and he's saying it wrong again. Okay? So, in fact, you are
Wrong.
okay? So, remember this conversation, guys. Because I want an apology. I want a full apology from Ash. Rod, welcome, my friend. How are you?
I'm doing.
Welcome. Come on, Ash. She said before the New Year's. Thank you, Rod. Thank you. See, somebody listens. Ash is just so desperate all the time to, for whatever reason, get this figure so that he could sit there and go, oh, what do I collect next for the next 15 years since I only like Wolverine, Deadpool, and Wolverine? Disgusting. The question is, who will come out first, Blade or Nicepool? Thank you. That is what I said before. Depending on who's supposed to be coming out first, that's most likely who's going to come out. But at any moment, they could switch it and say, well, this one's ready first, and send out this one. And that could be the case. So again, Ron, thank you for listening. You should link up with Ash and teach him something, some listening skills for once. Unbelievable. Guys, there's 14 of you guys in here. Please hit that like button if you haven't yet. We got Michael in the house.
Hello.
Michael boasting today. Michael is boasting today with his brand new two T800s just landed. Unbelievable. Selfishness in the house. I wasn't going to show you guys this because I'm kind of upset, but this came in today. My first armored Batman figure. This is the collector's edition. I told you guys I had ordered the deluxe for the battle damaging, and then obviously a collector's edition for the diecast look. Well, for whatever reason, I only got this one today, and so I don't know when the other one's coming, so that's why I wasn't going to show you guys, but there it is. Kind of annoyed because I can't make the video until the battle damage comes in because I want to have them both on camera to show you guys both at the same time. I can't even do this. If this was a deluxe, I would have done the video no problem because I could show you the battle damage and the clean version together, because that's what deluxe is. The deluxe brings you the battle damage pieces on in the box. So because of that, I can't even make the video yet for you guys. So we're gonna have to wait a little bit, which again, that's why I'm annoyed. But it is what it is. What are you gonna do? We got Chooch Sardines 2.0. Sardines in the house. We got Chris. How are you, my Hello! Welcome. Guys, it's 13 of you guys in the please hit that like button if you haven't yet. Thank you, everybody. Somebody keep track of the likes for me. Oh, Chris is already doing it. Thank you, Chris, as always. We got who else? We got we got Bobo. How you doing? We got Bobo, who says happy Tuesday, more bugs. Unbelievable. Guys, hit the like button, please. We got 13 of you guys in here. Do not roach already. Looks like we already got the pussy pack in the house roaching. Unbelievable. No life. No life. Oh my God. Ash Chase, that's right. It is Wednesday. Yep, that's correct. He lives in the future. We got two. Hello. Julie in the house. Guys, hit the like button. There's 15 of you guys in it. Thank you guys for being here. Oh my God, he just Alchemist, welcome. How are you doing? My fellow my fellow intercollected. Unbelievable. No respect. No respect. Guys, if you're in the group, go watch what I posted today. Just a little taste of what intercollectors are, okay? I know Ron, did you see it? Let me check, make sure you saw it. It is very funny. And if you're not in the group, you could always check my Instagram. It's up there too. Let me see if Ron saw it. I have a feeling Ron already saw it, but let me check. No, Ron, you haven't seen it. Where have you been all day? Where have you been all day, Ron? You have to go in the group and check. Or Instagram. Whichever. Fast play the trump with. Let me see.
I have many, many friends and many, many hot toys, but Fabio is my friend, even though I have more figures than him. But don't forget to comment, share, like, and subscribe. Make figures great again.
Oh my God, it's been so long. It's been so long. Unbelievable. Exactly, the peasant edition. Unbelievable. So annoying. Like I said, if I would have gotten the deluxe, no problem. I'll wait for this. I would have left that battle damage, and I would have just waited for the clean version. Nope. My Batman's coming tomorrow. This thing has some weight to it, Ron. The box is kind of heavy, so it's nice because remember it's die cast, so it's really nice. We got Mitchell in the house. Welcome, my friend. How are you? Nice to see you.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up?
I'm the humblest person. And it's not even close. Yeah, okay. He's like, he couldn't just say, guys, look, I got my T800 today. Nope, he was like, both, boom, suck it. Disgusting, Michael. Disgusting. Well, I'm sitting here waiting for my battle damage like this. Unreal. No respect. Guys, hit the like button. There's 19 of you guys in here. Thank you guys for being here. Hit the like button. 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 Just kidding. Not really, right? I know what it is, Michael. I know what it is. It's my birthday today. Oh, happy birthday, Mitchell. Look at that. Happy birthdays. Happy birthday. Thank you for coming here tonight and spending it with us. Guys, hit the like button. There's 19 of you guys in here. Hit the like button for Mitchell's birthday. Do not be weird. I saw it. Oh, that's right. That's right. I did see that you saw it on Instagram. Unbelievable. Unreal. Fast. Didn't it drop something that looks good? No. No, nothing looks good from Inart. I don't know what they dropped, but Dumbledore, I think, because Rudy was he was useless today. He couldn't function much. Because that was announced, I believe. Oh, guys, before I forget, almost forgot. Almost forgot. I had to pull something up. Almost forgot. There was something that was teased today. Oh my God. Let me see. Let me pull it up so I can have it ready. Let's see. Gotta pull it up. Completely forgot about it. Oh, here it is. There we go. Oh, yeah. I got it, guys. Just give me a second. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. There we go. Got him. All right, I got him, guys. We're good. We are good. Okay. Guys, there's 17 of you guys here. Please hit that like button if you haven't yet. We got Bradley Cooper in the house.
Hello!
Welcome. Happy Tuesday. What the heck? What are you talking about? What happened? I don't know what happened. Oh, the the clip. Oh man, yeah, it's been a long time. Guys, oh, you really are Trump's. Unbelievable.
How dare you?
Unreal. No respect. Hustles, welcome. How are you?
Hello!
Welcome. Both my clean T800 and T1000 are being delivered today. God, everybody's getting doubles. Michael! 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 Michael, I'm dying over here, Michael. Oh, man. Guys, hit the like button, please. There's 17 of you guys in here. What's going on with the likes already? I don't understand it. We had 11 out of 18. I don't understand it. Hit the like button, please. We got 12 out of 18. Hit the like button, please. Hit the like button, please. We got Hobie 1 in the house.
Hello!
I know this King Corsic is King Jazzic is King Hot Toys are peasants. Oh my God.
Dumb people love dumb people.
Dream, welcome. I'm doing. How are you? Happy Tuesday. Let's see. Let's see who else. Let's see. We got Leo. Welcome, my friend. How are you?
Konnichiwa means what's up?
Guys, there's 19 of you guys in here. Please hit that like button. Looks like we got the roaching. The roach is roaching tonight. Faz, that Dumbledore looks amazing. Almost good at exactly. That's what Rudy said. Rudy said, "Oh, I must have the male version of Hermione." That's why he's been useless all day today. Disgusting. My gold Dumbledore is getting the premium treatment. Guys, hit the like button. There's 19 of you guys in here. Looks like the 5 pussy packs are in the house. The 5 members of the pussy pack are live and kicking. Unbelievable. Hit the like button, pussy pack. Fabs learn how to use. Hey, I apologize. I apologize for not being a YouTuber, okay?
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
Stop calling yourself a god is sacrilege.
How dare you?
Watch Bradley get removed tonight. Just watch. Just watch. I know what he's looking for. I know what he's looking for. Guys, hit the like button. We need 4 more likes. We're almost there. Thank you, whoever hit the like button already. The pack attack. Literally. We need 3 more likes. Actually, no, we got 22 guys. Hit the like button as you're coming in. Thank you guys for hitting the like button already, whoever did. Fast and the works for real guy over there. I just like oh my god. All right, guys, so let's get started. So first and foremost, we're going to start with what I just remembered that I needed to pull up, because I like these figures. These figures are nice. These lines are nice. They're really fun. So Mondo announces the Superman from the animated series. They already had the Batman, I believe, from the animated series. They've had Clayface. They've had a few of those figures already. I believe Two-Face as well. So the figures are fun. They look nice, right? If I used to watch the show. These shows were always fun. I remember watching the Batman show after school, literally every day after school. That's when it was always on. It was Batman, then it was Gargoyles after that. I was never really big into the Gargoyles though, but I was always watching Batman right after school. So these figures, like I said, they're fun looking, right? They bring you right back to, again, back when you were younger, where you were watching these things after school. So you get a lot of things with this. You get a lot of accessories with this figure. The one thing, the main reason why I didn't get these, just very toyish looking, right? And I feel like everything Mondo makes is like that, right? They're 12 inches and they're big and they're detailed, but you see every single joint and they just look, they just look like a toy, and they're very expensive for what they are, right? Again, you get a lot, and I think this is how they justify that price point. It's always over $200 for these figures, but you get a ton of accessories. So I'm assuming that's why you're able to, or they're able to, charge you what they charge you for these things. This looks like the helmet for what's his name? Pierce Brosnan's oh my god, what was his character's name from Black Adam? Dr. Fate. It looks like Dr. Fate's helmet. I forget this thing's name. This is another villain. But so as you can see, again, just very basic stuff, right? The paint applications make it look really nice. And let's get to the actual this one, I believe, shows us all the accessories. So, the posing when it comes to these bodies is pretty decent, right? So you get, and this is one thing, like I said, that a lot of them get is a lot of head sculpts, right? They get a bunch of hands. They get a bunch of different accessories, again, to pretty much get you to justify that you're paying, pretty much almost what a Hot Toys figures would cost right now. I'm going to say a little bit cheaper than a Hot Toys figures. Now Hot Toys figures are $280 and up. So, a little bit less than a Hot Toys figure, but because of all these things, you could kind of justify, all right, you know what? I get this. I get all these different head sculpts. I get all these different things. Here, pretty much you get a completely, whole figure. Obviously, it's just pre-posed. This is a a Jazz Inc. Lois. This is a 10 out of 10 Jazz Inc. Lois right here. So they do this again to be able to charge you the amount of money that they charge you. See, like this is cool to have, right? To have this pose like this in your collection, really, really cool. But again, not for me. These things are, here's the Batman, like I said. So again, very cool figures to have if you're a fan of these shows, right? Obviously, Batman. If you're a fan of Batman, if you're a fan of Superman, right? A Superman fan will definitely get this, because if they're just strictly Superman, which a lot of people, collect like their favorite superhero, which is what a lot of collectors start off with, right? They'll start with, oh, I love Superman. So literally they'll get anything and everything Superman. Same thing with Batman, right? There's a lot of people that have like man caves, literally Batmaned out, everything Batman and nothing else. You won't see anything else but Batman. You won't see anything else but Superman. Actually, one of the very first guys that I met in this community many, many years ago, which I tell you guys this story all the time, he was the one that used to tell me, oh, you need to start sharing your collection. You're going to be, what did he call me? He said, you're going to be he used to call me, he said he used to be a god in this community. He used to say that to me. His name was Carlos. Carlos Lobo was his nickname, because he was a hardcore Superman fan. And everything he had was super, everything. His entire, obviously he had other figures, but his main characters were Superman. So he had everything Superman, his keyboard, his computer table. He had lights that were super. He had mostly everything was Superman. And he was the one who used to tell me all the time, oh, you need to start sharing your collection in the community. You're gonna be a god in this community. I'd be like, nah, I'm not like that. I don't need attention, which still to this day, holds true. And when I started sharing my stuff, why did I even start? So he was one person that I'll never forget that collection, because he had a lot of Superman stuff, like everything. Like I said, his computer tower was Supermaned out. He had his monitor, his screensavers, his computer background. He had, like I said, lights. He had everything Superman. Everything Superman. So, and again, a lot of people just like their one main character, and that's all they focus on. And when I say focus on, they'll have cups of Superman or Batman. They'll have, little mini figures of them. They'll have any scale. They'll have statues. They'll have vehicles. That obviously, depending, Superman doesn't have vehicles, but if it's something Superman related, they'll have it 100%. So I don't know if I could have ever been one of those collectors, you know what I mean? Just to focus on one character and that's it. Like, there's so many different characters that I loved growing up. So that's why I don't think I could have. Like, for example, Spider-Man. Like, how can you not have a Spider-Man figure? Superman, how can you not have a Superman figure? Batman, how can you not have a Batman figure? Right? Iron Man wasn't something that I grew up with, even though there was like a show that came on sometimes either before or after the Incredible Hulk cartoon, which again wasn't common. It wasn't something that played like every weekend. I don't remember that. I would see it sometimes here and there, but it wasn't something that was on all the time. Like the Incredible Hulk was another show that I don't remember watching every week, but I remember watching it. So watching these, show like Iron Man, right? It was a cool concept. Like, I love robots. So watching this guy get into the suit, from the suitcase and become, Iron Man, like, he wasn't obviously one of my main superheroes growing up, but now, like, he's one of my favorites. So, I don't think I could have just bought or stuck to one single character like my whole life. I don't think so. As you can see, impossible. So, but again, the people who do that, like, that is some crazy, hardcore self-discipline and self-control to be able to just literally stick to the one superhero that, maybe that was the very first superhero that you saw as a kid, and that's where your attachment comes from, and that's all you love, and you love all the abilities and all the, everything about him, the backstory. So, obviously everybody has their own ways of collecting and their reasons of collecting, but I just couldn't stick to just one person. Like, absolutely not. Even if I tried. Because again, especially with Hot Toys, it is impossible for for a lot of people to just get one type of Hot Toys, right? Again, I give you the example about TK. Shout out to TK. He started with strictly Star Wars, which is very common. A lot of people just love Star Wars. But then, when you start seeing these Hot Toys come out, you're like, oh, that looks really nice. That looks really good. Then you watch a video, you're like, oh, look at the features, look at this, look at that. And it just becomes so, it makes you want it, right? It makes you so desirable. And you're like, oh, man, like, I need it. I want it. And that's it. You're done. Just 2 toys looking for my liking. No, that's what I'm saying. They're very toyish. And again, nothing wrong with them, right? If you like that look, which again, that was a show. It was specific from a show. If you like that show, why wouldn't you buy this? And again, the amount of accessories and all that stuff, see, like this head sculpt with the laser eyes, like it's cool shit. They're very cool toys. But like, for example, I tell you guys all the time, like for me to get stuff like this, whether it was Mondo X-Men, which that was another great line, Mondo He-Man, which is another great line, Mondo Batman, which is another great line. For me to start getting these things, like where am I going to put these things? Right? They're not going to belong with the entire, Hot Toys collection and 1/6 stuff that I have. So I would have to take away room and space from getting more of those to put these things there for what? And I noticed one thing, a lot of people get these and they sell them. You know what I mean? A lot of these are rare. A lot of these are not, not overly produced. So once they sell out, they actually go up in price. So I noticed that there's a lot of these always being sold after they come out. So again, I don't know if it's because they don't like them. I don't know if it's because they use them and then, that's it. They get bored. I don't know. But people like these lines a lot. Who's the little guy? I don't remember. He's a villain. He like disappeared. He's like a little not a ghost. He's like a little what's the word? Oh my god. He's like a little oh my god, what is he called? I can't even remember, but he like disappeared. He like and he'll pop up somewhere else. I don't remember his name, but he appeared on the show as well. If somebody knows the name, let me know, because I completely forgot who that little, like I said, he's a villain too. He's a little badass little old man too. The little shit looks like that's actually figure of a past price. No, I'm telling you, they're expensive for what they are. They're very expensive. These things I would be perfectly fine paying $100 for, because remember, there's nothing fancy about any of it, right? It's all paint applications and the bodies that are specific to these figures, because again, they're from the show. But these prices, absolutely not. And again, like I said, you could justify it with the amount of accessories that you get, but look at that. You know what I mean? But it's like, nah. I prefer Jazz Inc. The whole thing looks very unique. That'd be a selling point for me. No, that's what I'm saying. And it's like I said, it's a 10 out of 10 Jazz Inc. Power Pose, DX09 Batman lookalike, because remember the DX09 and the Jazz Inc. Power Pose is the same thing, same category of figure, same accessories, same everything. So, same price point also, because they're the same thing. So the fact that you get a whole Lois, you know what I mean? Like, I think we should have gotten, obviously it's not going to happen because, again, this is according to what they charge you for this. But it should have been, you should have been able to pose her, not like already pre-posed figure. But again, this is how they get away with charging you, almost $300 for these things.
Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that?
The Mondos are $300 price. That's what I'm saying. I would spend my money on a Hot Toys all day, every day, over this. And again, this has sentimental value for a lot of people. Like I said, I grew up watching the show. I remember the show, but it's not going to take away from, my Hot Toys, my 1/6 scale, right? The detail that you get from a Hot Toys figure is way more than any of this. And again, this is very accurate to what it's supposed to be. But I would never take away from that. My space in my room, and I'm already thinking. I have a bunch of DC, the 12-inch DC Direct figures that I have about 8 to 10 of them. Those are next to go. They're gonna get wrapped up and they're gonna get put away. I'm actually thinking of even putting them on eBay because again, they don't make my collection any better, but they're classic figures. Flash, Green Lantern, a couple versions of it. Aquaman. I don't have a Batman, but I believe there's a Superman there. There's a Nightwing there. There's a Sinestro there. There is a Martian Manhunter there. So these classic, again, they're 12-inch DC. They're very crappy, but because of what they are, I don't want to get rid of them. But they're being removed very, very soon because they're taking up 2 detail shelves from me that obviously I could use for Hot Toys. Guys, hit the like button. There's 22 of you guys in here. Thank you guys for hitting the like button already. For those who did already, Fabs is your favorite. I have so many. There's no like, oh, this is my favorite. No, like I said, now I love Iron Man. I've always loved Spider-Man. Superman and Batman, I believe, were the very first. Because in the 80s, the Super Friends, was a thing. So Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman. Then the Spider-Man and the Super Friends, right? Then you had Iceman. You had what was the Firestarter or something? I forget what the girl's name was. It was Iceman, the woman, and Spider-Man. So I have so many. There's no like one specific like superhero that I'm like, oh, that's my guy. Like, no, it's like absolutely not. Growing up, Batman, Superman, Spider-Man were my favorites. Now, thanks to MCU, I like Iron Man. Yeah, I didn't grow up on Iron Man at all. I barely remember seeing his show like here and there. It wasn't like a weekly thing or a daily thing. Like, for example, Spider-Man, Saturday mornings, right? The Amazing Spider-Man show. That show was incredible, right? The X-Men, that show. Remember, I want to say X-Men 92. X-Men 92. Again, I grew up on all those things. So, but, Iron Man wasn't one of them. The moment the first Iron Man movie came out, I was like, what? And that was it. Like that's why I have to get every single Iron Man figure because I just love, the character so much. Obviously the armors and the movies and, his personality. And so I like that. I like him a lot now. But he wasn't, he was not one of my favorites ever because he wasn't a thing for me growing up. 18 guys, hit the like button. There's 21 of you guys in here. We got Robin. Hello. Welcome. He's Star Wars all day. Unbelievable. If I had to get faster, I said Wonder Twins. That was actually part of the Super Friends, the Wonder Twins. So things like that. Like you don't think about the Wonder Twins ever because they weren't a common thing, even though they were part of a cartoon years ago, decades ago. That's not something you think about. You know what I mean? Before Deadpool was Spider-Man and Iron Man. Right. Exactly. So even Deadpool, I love Deadpool. That was not a thing for me ever. Like even less than Iron Man, So, but I can't pick one of them. Dave, welcome back.
Konnichiwa means what's up.
Miss Plictor. Oh, that's who the little guy is. He's like a genie. You know what I mean? He's like a little, like he like disappears in one place and then he appears in another. I don't remember what his power was, but yeah, he's a bad guy. And to get rid of him, you had to get him to spell his name backwards. Oh, there you go. See, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, he was annoying. I remember him popping up on the shows, and I was like, this guy's so annoying, and his voice was so annoying. Just ordered Superman Crypto Hot Toy. That's good. That's a really nice figure. Bob likes the figure a lot. He actually just posted it recently, I feel like. I have mine still on payment plan. I have I want to say 2 payments left for it. Either 1 or 2 payments left for it, and then I'll get it in hand. But that's a great figure. The crypto kind of crappy. They could have done a better job, but the Superman figure is really good. Thule says, I love the animated Batman show back in the 90s. That was the best show. The music, the stories, great show. Just like the Spider-Man on Saturday mornings. But the toys just don't entice me. No, that's what I'm saying. It's very toy. It's like a real toy. Again, it's a 12-inch toy. You know, it's not for kids, but it looks like it would be for kids. 100%. Because again, the style, the paint applications, the way that it looks. Remember, it's supposed to be an animated show. So that's why. Oh my God.
Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that?
Failure, where's my Pennywise? This guy. Yeah, whatever her name was. I didn't remember her name, but she would turn into a flame girl. I forget. Firestar. That's yeah. See? I knew it was something like that. I just didn't remember her name because again, she's not a common superhero. I remember that was from the 80s that I remember that from. So suck it, Bradley. Suck it. If Iron Man was an MCU movie that made an MCU fan, I did like to watch a cartoon as a kid. No, I'm telling you that I didn't know about Iron Man until that cartoon. And again, it wasn't a common cartoon that I was watching every week.
Konnichiwa means what's up.
Rudy's in the house finally to tell us about Dumbledore. He's here to tell everybody how useless he was today. The moment he saw that it was announced, because everybody knows that he is balls deep in art. So he's letting everybody know. Rudy, tell us. Let me know if you want the link so you could tell us real quick, and then you can go. So, like I said, again, very exciting for those who are going to get this. Very exciting for those who have the Batman figure. Very exciting for those who are collecting these lines, right? The X-Men, the Spider-Man line, the Batman line, now the Superman line. So it's got to look nice. I can tell you this. It's got to look nice to have like an entire detail with all these different types of figures on there. It's got to look cool, right? But again, that's going to be your strictly a animated shelf or case, right? For that. Now he's a Laker, guys. Now he's a Laker. Oh my God, he's a Laker now.
I don't think so.
Unbelievable. He said, Brad, be nice to Dumbledore. Oh my God. Not as cool as Star Wars. This guy. Yeah, now Rudy's a Laker. God forbid. So again, very nice, very cool. As you can see, even the articulation, very decent, right? I don't expect you guys, or I don't think they expect a lot of people to, do crazy things, crazy poses with these things. And man, again, look at the bodies, right? Look at the joints. The joints don't help, right? If they were like seamless, at least I think S Hero made their own versions of these, and they were seamless. They had actual cloth for the outfits. So they at least look nicer than this. But again, this is just whatever, if you like this style of toy, then it is what it is. But not for me. Not for me at all. I Rudy watching him play. No, he's playing. Duh. I just said he's a Laker. Picking up kids from practice. Unbelievable. So, so as you can see again, see side by side looks really nice, very good. But again, you have to love this type of toy to have, to spend the type of money that they charge you for these things. But they're not. It's not that they're bad. It's just you gotta like this style of toy. You know what I mean? You have to like it. We saw Mondo at Comic-Con last year, and the one thing I remember, they always have them, but the Ninja Turtles, was it Mondo? Yeah, Mondo. The Ninja Turtles that are coming from Mondo, mind blowing. The best turtles I've ever seen. Again, you have to see them in hand to really get the feel and the effect of what they look like. Incredible. They had a Leonardo that was an unpainted Leonardo. That figure looked so badass. I was like, oh my God. You should get the Mondo Turtles. That's what I'm saying. The Turtles, oof. If you guys haven't seen the Turtles, just wait till those things come out. They look amazing. Amazing. It's just money. It's just money. Send me some, Rudy. Rudy, it's just money. Send me some.
Don't worry, I'll wait.
Rudy, it's just money. Send me some.
Don't worry, I'll wait.
If I didn't get the Donatello, which I love, I'm definitely not getting these. Yeah, but it's a different world though. It's a different world. Those Ninja Turtles. If you're a fan of the Turtles, okay, believe me when I tell you, those turtles are the best turtles you will ever see. Because in person, we saw them in the case. They were right there in front of us. Incredible. The amount of accessories, the different head sculpts, all of the attachments, all the different looks to it. Amazing. And like I said, they had an unpainted Leonardo next to it. Incredible. And then they also had the gargoyles figures, but insane. So again, if you don't care for this type of look, then you're not going to get them. But if you're a fan of the Turtles and you don't care, and you like this look, those Turtles are a must. 100%. It was Mondo. Yeah, I just remember. They had gargoyles too. I ordered Donatello. I'm telling you guys, if you like that, the Turtles, yeah, send me some. It's only money.
Don't worry, I'll wait.
It's just money. Rudy's. Thank you, Thule. See, always calling others. Oh, you're a billionaire. You're a millionaire. You're rich, and then.
Have you heard of a psyop?
This is how he gets you to focus on other people, Thule. By telling you everybody else is rich except him, but then he says things like that. Fabs, waiting to haven't got your tariff money from your diaper king. But yeah, I'm still waiting. Where is that? Tariff money? Trump, where's the tariff money?
Don't worry, I'll wait.
Oh man, Cassandra, welcome. Happy Tuesday. How are you? Nice to see
I'm doing.
Welcome. You only live once. Exactly. Send me some. Rudy. Don't be selfish.
Don't worry, I'll wait.
Tariff. I know. I can't wait. Hopefully it's $2,000. Yeah, okay. We're gonna get like $200 each. Watch. So, all right, let's get started, guys. We are gonna get started with. Let's do the bug first. So here's a clip of the video that they showed us today. Again, I have no idea what the hell this is. I never even knew there was a thing, but here it is. So it just says here Amazon. So I don't know, probably Amazon, or I don't know the name of this thing. I don't know what it's supposed to be. Obviously, it's another, Kamen Rider thing, but I've never seen it. I never heard of it. Like I said, the other ones I had seen at least on YouTube, but this I didn't even know was a thing. So because I didn't know it was a thing, I pulled up an image of it, and this is what apparently it's supposed to look like, right? So again, that same Kamen Rider style of Japanese, toy or Japanese character, not toy character. And as you can see in the back, another bug cycle. So we got the Battle Hopper from the original set, which I still haven't gotten. I still need the original one, the original black one, right? The very first one, special edition version. And then the Battle Hopper, I believe eventually I'm going to get, hopefully for a good price. You don't really see them out there being sold or people trying to get rid of them. A lot of people didn't even bother getting the bugs to begin with, the original Kamen Riders. But here, as you can see, again, this is not from Hot Toys. This is from Google, but they're showing you a bike in the back. They've been making bikes for these things. They made it for, like I said, the original set, right? The Battle Hopper, and then that one-off release, right? The very first one that came with the head sculpt. They made his bike as well, which is completely different than the Battle Hopper. So it looks like we may get another cycle for these bugs. They keep making them. I don't know. They've got to be super popular in Asia because they're definitely not popular here. So looks like a third bike is coming from these bugs, guys. I don't know. Again, I don't know why they keep making these things. I don't know. I didn't know that they were very, very popular. So, I have no idea what's going on with this line, but it looks like they're making money on it, or else they wouldn't be making this. Big Rip Hoy, my friend. Looks like a 70s low budget commercial. No, it's crazy, right? I don't know what's going on with those lines. More lizard than bug. Right. It's supposed to be more of like an iguana looking thing than an actual grasshopper. So Carlo, welcome.
Charlie, my friend, Charlie Brigante, how you doing?
Welcome. The Battle Hopper logo. No, that I think if I get the original one, the one that I'm missing, I definitely need the Battle Hopper. And that, because I have them all on a shelf. I have 2 Battle Damage, 1 silver, and then I need, like I said, I need the original one, and then I'll get the Battle Hopper. And I'll have the entire line. This I don't think I'm going to get. I definitely didn't pre-order the other one, with the head sculpt. Absolutely not. They look kind of cheap to me, right? That outfit looks kind of cheap. At least the ones I own have like a really nice looking outfit, even though, there's nothing fancy about it, but it's got a really nice design. But that other one looks very basic, very plain, very blah. The head sculpt looks nice, but nah, that was not for me. And this I most likely will not get either. Like, absolutely not. But I can tell you who's getting it because it's his passion.
Strands for the...
It's not because it's his job. It's his passion.
Strands for the...
See how that works, guys? See how that works? He has to get everything because it's his job. Let's see. The Amazon. Oh my God.
Have you heard of a psyop?
Unbelievable, Thule. No respect for the show. No respect for the show. Looks like a sleek stack from Land of the Lost. This guy. Guys, hit the like button. There's 22 of you guys in here. Thank you guys for hitting the like button already. Apparently, fluid isn't draining and has caused swelling and pain. Cassandra, I told you what to do. Did I not? Did we not speak about this? Message me, and I'll tell you how to get rid of that fluid. Message me and tell me what's going on. Oh, man, Cassandra, everything's improved. No, I thought I told her. I thought I told her what to do, but maybe not. Maybe it was something else. But message me, Cassandra, and I'll tell you what to do. All right, guys. And then last but not least, of course, we got this beauty, like I said, again. A lot of people didn't even think that this figure was ever going to be released. We got Jungle in the house.
Konnichiwa means what's up?
Always late, as usual. It's my ear. All right, so message me, and I'll tell me what's going on, and then I'll tell you what to do. So again, beautiful figure. Don't know why we don't get the rolling eyes for this. Again, it's an older figure, right? It's for an older line. So maybe that's why they wanted to keep all the figures uniform. But as you guys know, the Batman Origins version is going to get the rolling eye treatment. The figure looks great. A lot of people are making fun of the emo haircut. Looks like the Bully Maguire black suit hair, right, that he came with for that new updated black suit figure. The suit looks incredible. The accents, the shiny accents make it pop, right? You get a little stitching look to it. The blue, awesome. As you can see, it changes color depending how the light hits it, which again, you can see a little purplish like that RoboCop paint a little bit. Gorgeous. The sticks are extendable, so you can remove the middle section and then tuck them into his upper back. Obviously, these effects, I think they're blah, right? I don't care for these effects anymore. He looks amazing, though. I think the rolling eyes would have been great, especially how they did the Robin, right? The Batman and Robin Robin eyes. I think it would have been great to just pop out the mask, adjust them, and put them in. But it is what it is. Like I said, this figure, I think the reason why this figure took so long was because of the suit, because the suit is really nice. This suit probably took him a long time to get right, and I think that's why the figure took forever. But I think they still had the opportunity. I mean, it would have delayed it more, obviously, but I think they would have had the opportunity to remove just the mask, especially as you can see, there is a split here, right? You see that line there? That could have been the perfect way to, have us lift it off and then mess with the eyes. But like I said, it's been around. It was teased at least a long time ago. So maybe they said, you know what? We're not going to bother. But again, like I always say, if they had done that, right? If they had given us rolling eyes for this figure, it would have thrown off the entire line because no other figure in the line has rolling eyes. So to have one, and it's not that they can't do it, right? It's not that, that's just my own assumption, right? They've done it before. I forget what figure recently they just did it with, that they added rolling eyes to it when every other single figure before it didn't have it. It was the same line. What was it? Thor Love and Thunder. Thor Love and Thunder. Remember, the Thor figure didn't have rolling eyes. Gore had rolling eyes. The Mighty Thor had rolling eyes. And Valkyrie didn't even have rolling eyes. So why do they do that? Right? If you're going to make and this is why I'm trying to attach that logic to this, right? Doesn't make sense. That's why it's like they just do whatever they want, whenever they want. But why would you make a line? Again, Thor Love and Thunder. Why would they make a line with two side characters, right? The Mighty Thor and Gore, with rolling eyes, but not the main character, which is Thor. Obviously, Valkyrie is another side character, but either way, why would they do two other characters, but not the main character? So, again, weird, makes no sense. I always try to, think, why would they do this? Why wouldn't they do this? But it doesn't make sense. So what's going to happen is a lot of figures now from Doomsday we're going to get with rolling eyes. Like they're going to be the first figures with rolling eyes. So Captain America, I don't think we have a rolling eyes Captain America yet. But again, we're getting, the stealth version from the Winter Soldier, right? That's going to have the rolling eyes. Obviously Thor, right? We're going to get Thor from Doomsday. That's going to has to have rolling eyes. So all of the updated figures that are going to be coming out for Doomsday are most likely all, or at least they should all have rolling eyes. Like I said before, at this point, we should not be having figures without rolling eyes, especially with the price point that we're paying for, because everything's gotten more expensive, right? They'll add a few things, they'll update the body, and they'll charge a little bit more. So everything at this point should have rolling eyes now. There's nothing that we should be having. Even when we got the battle damage Darth Vader from Obi-Wan, right? They even added the single eyeball for that. The single moving eyeball for that. Why would you do that? It's not. Is it necessary? No, but it's a must because that's where we're headed with rolling eyes, right? Every figure at this point should have it. There was another figure that came with the single eye as well. What the hell was it? Let me know in the chat if you know. I'm trying to think what it was. Literally just had one eyeball too, and it's a recent figure too. Let me see if I see it over here. What the hell was it? It wasn't a Darth Vader because that was a while ago. There was something else that just came out with. Was it the Armored Batman? I think it was the Armored Batman that came with a single. I think maybe not. Oh my god, I can't think which is the. It'll come to me. It'll come to me at some point. But so, everything at this point should have rolling eyes. We're going to be getting a bunch of new figures from Doom, like figures that they never made before, right? From Doomsday that are going to have the rolling eyes. What was her name? Black Widow's sister. Yelena, she's coming now for Thunderbolts with the rolling eyes. Black Widow, right, from Iron Man 2. We got her with the rolling eyes. We haven't gotten a Wonder Woman with the rolling eyes, even though we got a, the artisan version that wasn't considered artisan, the WB100 version. That didn't have the rolling eyes. Or did it? I don't think it did. So everything's got to get updated. Iron Spider also with rolling eyes. I don't think besides the No Way Home blue and red and blue suit, which came in rolling eyes, that's going to be the second one, the Iron Spider. Ear pain, so Joe Theo hurts like hell. That's badass. I'll help you with something. Overrated, I don't care. No, that's not the point. You sound like Mike. It's not about it being overrated. It's not about being necessary. It has nothing to do with that. It is the evolution of these figures getting better. The figures have to get better over time, period. Or else we would be getting the same shit we were getting in the early 2000s when the Hot Toys started making, painted-eyed figure. Like, things got to evolve, things got to get better, whether you use it or not. You don't have to use the rolling eyes, but they're going to make the figure better when you use them if you like the pose. You guys know that a lot of the times I don't even touch the eyeballs because then to get them back to the right spot, it's a nightmare. So it's not about, it being necessary for use, but they're necessary for the evolution of the product. Absolutely. And again, we're paying more and more and more every, I feel like every year. Whether it's an extra $10, $15 here, an extra $10 there, we're paying more. So what are we paying more for? More what? Different paint? Are they using a different type of paint? Right? Also the materials. A lot of the times now they're using a lot of leather. No more of that pleather. Wherever they can get away with the pleather, they're going to use leather. Right? So it's just the evolution of the figures. They have to get better one way or another. So they have to add things to make them better. So you don't have to use, and that's the same thing I tell you guys when Mike's on. And I tell him too. You don't have to use the eyeballs, but it's an extra feature that is available for you. For example, you could sit there and say the same thing about the 6 pairs of hands that we get sometimes. For example, the Amazing Spider-Man. I just got mine. The video's ready to go. We got about 5 to 6 pairs of hands. 2, 4, 6. Yeah, we got about 4 to 5 pairs of hands. Some figures come with more pairs of hands. Do we need 6 pairs of hands, 5 pairs of hands, 4 pairs of hands? Absolutely not. You're going to use the 1 pair and you're going to leave it like that. So can we say, oh, Hot Toys, stop giving us so many hands. We don't really care for them. Absolutely not. but they don't know how you're going to pose the figure, and they give you hands to pose it however you like. Same thing with the rolling eyes. You don't have to use the eyes by any means, but they're there for those who like the updates, who pose the figures with, to get the full effect of whatever the pose may be. The eyes looking this way, the eyes looking up, the eyes looking down. Again, for that better picture, that better video. That's it. You know what I mean? So it's not about, oh, I don't care for them, we shouldn't be getting them. No, it has nothing to do with that, because we don't need 5 pairs of hands. We don't need 4 pairs of hands. But if we don't get them, then what? How do I hold this? Let's say we always get fisted hands, which every figure looks great with a pair of fisted hands. Hey, I want to hold the weapon. Oh, well, we don't need, no, but not everybody holds the weapon, so that doesn't work. You know what I mean? So they have to add everything at all times. It's up to you whether you want to use it or not. Period. That's it. Dave says Odin. No, Odin's old. Odin's very old. We haven't got an update for Odin, and back then they were not doing that. No, it's a recent figure. Something that came out recently. I just don't remember what the hell it was. Literally, they gave us just the one eye for it as well. So Obi-Wan was one. Darth Vader from Obi-Wan was one. And there was another one. The Darth Vader battle damage was another one that just came out as well. But there was another one. I just can't remember what it was. But again, why do they do that? For a Darth Vader specific, do you really need one eyeball moving? Absolutely not. Him looking straight ahead is perfectly fine. But you get that extra feature where you get a pose where you turn the eye looking out, right? Let's say he's got the battle damage on this side. You have him looking out. That thing looks even more realistic, because like, oh man, look, he looks like he's looking at me. That's all it is. And we're paying for it anyway, so why not add it? Is that what it was? Oh, that's right. That's correct. That's exactly right. Because remember, he came with the red eye, right? With the light bulb in the one eye and the battle damage side. And then the other eye now has the rolling eye. Correct. The old ones didn't have that feature. The old ones, again, everything was painted on. So, correct. I think that's what it was. That's exactly what it was. And T1000. T1000 also. That's the one I was thinking about. But the T800 also. The T1000. Remember, he came with the 2 head sculpts. One of them has the blown out, the hole on one side, and then the other eyeball, it's a single eyeball, rolling eyeball for the rolling eyeball feature. So that's the one I was thinking about, the T1000. But yes, also the T800 has to have the same thing. The battle damage specifically, the T800 clean, it's regular rolling eyes, because you got to move them both. But the T800, absolutely correct. So that's it. Just one eye. I don't need rolling eyes, but this one's still a pass. Fabs rolling eyes. He's saying rolling eyes sucks. Oh my God. Don't hate on the rolling eyes just because yours fell out of the socket, okay? I'm no poser. Yeah, no, a lot of mine too. But it's there. If one day, remember, I went for over a decade without posing a single figure. You see all my videos, all my posts. I just started posing, a few months ago? That everybody was like, oh, he's posing now. Like, at any moment, you could decide, you know what? Let me do a little pose here. And that's when it comes handy. But you don't have to touch it, This Nightwing looks better than no, it looks sick. That whole outfit looks incredible. Incredible. Guys, hit the like button, please. There's 20 of you guys here. Thank you guys for being here. And thank you, everybody who hit the like button already. Yeah, I got your points. Oh, my God. Unbelievable. Fast, we need 10 pairs of hands standard. Yeah, okay. Oh, my God, this guy. Unreal. All right, Hot Toys needs to use those caustic eyes that reflect the light. Stop it. Ernesto, welcome.
Konnichiwa means what's up.
Welcome. Nightwatch, welcome.
I'm doing.
Hi, Fast Collective. Love the Nightwing. I held those social toys version so long, waiting for this. So Soso Toys made their own version of this, which again looked very decent. I never got it because obviously when I saw this tease, I was like, they're coming, even though we had to wait years. You know, I don't like to do that. I'm not like, oh, let me get this for now until the new one comes, because at the end of the day, a lot of people sell their figures. A lot of people will buy one and they say, well, when the new one comes in, I'll just sell it. I don't like selling my stuff. So once it's in the collection, it's staying there forever. So to avoid just taking up space for the same character, even though I do that all the time, but for something like that, I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to bother. Again, the Soso Toys looks great. Not as detailed as this by any means at all, but it does look good because, again, Soso Toys makes great shit. But this is, you know, this is the best you're going to get. This is the best Nightwing you're going to get. Fez, I don't tell you them. Oh, my God, man. That's good for you. What is it? Small body as a Robin from Batman Robin. Could you put this head sculpt on the Batman Robin change of blue? The problem is this, and that's one thing I've been thinking about. It could be the exact same body that they use for Robin and Batman, right? It could be. We don't know yet until we have it in hand. The problem is this is a skin-tight suit on the body, right? And the Batman and Robin figures are that little puffy, you know, rubbery suit that, you know, it's got a little bit of give for the articulation. So maybe it's not the same body. Another thing. Remember, I tell you guys all the time that for them to add the rolling eye features on any head sculpt, they have to change the scale of the figure, right? The body has to be slightly bigger because they have to give us room to get into that head sculpt to play with the eyeballs. If you pay attention to what they did for Robin this time, was what? They literally gave us a detachment set of goggles, right? The mask that just pop up from literally from the front of the face. And then you mess with the eyes and then you put it back on magnetically. So what does that mean? So possibly, and I told you guys this when the first Robin came out, when they announced the second Robin, I said they're most likely going to use the same exact body, same exact head sculpt, because it's not going to be that type of figure that everybody's going to be like, oh my God, we need another Robin. As you can see, we talked about it this last time, that main Robin is still sitting in the bargain bin. So nobody wanted that Robin. So I said they're most likely going to reuse the same head sculpt. Why? We were not expecting rolling eyes for that Batman. So what did they do? To avoid having to make the figure bigger, and again, I don't have it in hand, so I can't tell you, this is just speculation right now. But to save money on having to remake the entire figure all over again, because that's exactly what they have to do. That's why if you compare a T1000, an old T1000 to a 2.0, you're going to see the height difference. If you compare a T800 original to a 2.0, you're going to see the height difference. You're going to see the size difference. Head sculpts are a lot bigger on the 2.0s because of the rolling eyes feature. So my thing is, and I think this is what happened. I think the figure is going to be the exact same size, again, an assumption, as the original Robin, which is why they only made the upgrade here, right? Same exact, it looks like it's the same exact hair as well, but they had to modify the face. Why? It was not worth it for them to make an entirely brand new body and figure and suit size for something that they felt that was most likely going to sit. So to give us that upgrade, which again, I think it was the smartest upgrade. And believe it or not, when I saw, and William messaged me about this same too. He messaged me the picture, and I had told you guys when the figures were announced, right, released, that when I saw that they removed that mask off of it to mess with the eyes, I was like, holy shit, that looks badass. I was like, and that's what made me want the figure even more. I hadn't pre-ordered it because I was like, oh, I'll get it just like the old ones still available. I said, you know what, I'll get that later on. And when I saw that, I was like, oh my God, I need it. And only because of that updated feature. There was nothing else. Obviously, the suit's better than the original one. Also, like the colors, the contrast of the red and the black. But seeing that you could just take off the mask, I thought that was the coolest thing. And like I said, William said the same thing. He's like, oh, he sends me a screenshot of them removing the mask, and he said this feature makes me want the figure. I said that's exactly why I bought it. So I had to go buy it immediately, for that reason. So I don't think we're getting a bigger figure like usual with the 2.0 for this Robin. I think that they just modified the eyes for that reason, so they don't have to give us a slightly bigger figure, because I think it's the exact same body. I think it's the exact same head sculpt, just with that update. But again, I'll tell you guys obviously when I get it in hand, or if somebody has them both and tells you what the point is or what what's going on, then you guys will find out. But I think that's what they did, because it doesn't make sense to get a bigger for them to make a bigger Robin just for a pair of eyeballs, again, for a figure that could potentially sit in the bargain bin again. Updating, wasting all this money on R&D and bigger materials and bigger body and bigger this and bigger that, just to have it sit. I'm a witness that Faz has become the ultimate alpha alpha poser. Oh my God.
Have you heard of a psyop?
All my figures have the rolling eyes or poses. Still did I mess with the eyes? Afraid it might. Cross-eyed. No, and the one thing about the rolling eyes too is not every figure has the same amount of tension on it, right? So a lot of them, not a lot of them, some of them will have like you'll barely move it and the eye will be like whoop, it'll like roll up like completely, and you're like, oh man. So some of them, like, you got to be very careful because they're a lot looser than others. Some are like kind of tight when you're like, oh my God, like, you got to be like, you got to apply a little force. Some literally you barely touch and they just go flying. So that is another reason why it's, they could be annoying. Like Mike mentioned, when his Black Widow, figure, he was unboxing it live, and he kept banging into the adapter, and the eyeball kept flying, and he said, oh, it's moving by itself. Sometimes they're loose, which again, that's why it gets annoying sometimes. Like, oh, you barely touch it and the thing goes flying. So that's one of the downsides to this. But as a feature in a figure, I think they're all necessary. Guys, hit the like button. There's 19 of you guys in here. Thank you guys for being here. If you think we'll get more tonight, maybe tomorrow. I was today. Today's Tuesday, Wednesday. Possible. Anything's possible. Like I said, they're going to keep announcing and releasing things. Well, now we get that bug announcement from, the Amazon stuff. So that's probably going to come out, maybe tomorrow, maybe Thursday, as they announce the full announcement, because that's just a tease. And like I said, they're going to still keep releasing until they're going on vacation. So it's just going to happen. Thank you guys for hitting the like button. Hit the like button if you haven't yet. Thank you, everybody. Those Michael well, that Black Widow was insane. So again, beautiful. The articulation on this body is also very nice. I don't know how much give this suit allows, but as you can see, not terrible. It pinches a little bit here. Hopefully it doesn't get, fully creased. But as you can see, you can get a nice little thigh up, which is not terrible. Look how beautiful that looks. Nice and clean, badass suit. The detail on the suit, again, way better than Social Toys, but not saying that Social Toys is bad. It's just they're not going to put the time and effort into a third-party figure, like Hot Toys is. Remember, they're not licensed, so they don't really need to do all that. But Hot Toys, obviously, is a different world of company, so they have to put in literally as much detail and be as accurate as possible. So again, the paint on it, you could see a little bit of hint of purple on some of the shots. Like that RoboCop paint, which again, that looks badass. But I love the suit, the all black suit. A variant of a red and black would be sick. Remember, I think one of the video games, I forget which video game it was, that was one of the variants. So everywhere where you see blue, it was red, which again, that looks badass too. These effects, again, it is what it is. This is the single effect. This is like if you want to get them to look like, the electricity's touching itself. right? This is a one electric piece. And then you got the separate ones. Also, this is for that pose, right? This is the one piece together, which again, I don't think I'm going to use that at all. I don't like the effects, but I need to leave these. These are the single separate ones. These I need to leave out because obviously, if you want to get some action to the poses, you have to leave, the effects out to display them with. Obviously, if you're not going to do that, then you don't need to. One thing I would have loved is to have the grapple gun have it attached to magnetically to the utility belt, but obviously that's not a thing. Even in the back would be nice, but that ain't gonna happen. So this I can tell you I'm not gonna use because every other Batman has it. So if you have to take pictures of it with it, of Nightwing with it, you could always utilize any of the Batman ones. So it's the same exact thing, nothing different about it. You just have to leave that handout specifically to be used with it. But again, sexy figure all around. Beautiful figure. Looks like the articulation, at least at the elbows, is very good. You could get a really good degree of arm fold into the figure. So looks like the upper body is going to be no problem. Again, very basic posing. No, they don't show you too much posing, too much crazy posing at least. Look at the eyes. The eyes look sick. Very, very light stubble. Right, you see a little bit of graying there. The eye looks good, looks blue. The mask looks sick. See, right here would have been sick, a little detachable piece, but it is what it is. Too late for that. And I don't think they're ever going to make 2.0s of these ever, right? No VGM stuff, I think, has ever gotten a 2.0. So these are always going to be your basic, what do you call it? Your basic figures. Even the Broken Tusk Predator, right? Which again, that's not VGM, that's comic. They didn't even add the rolling eyes to that figure, even though the Jungle 2.0, is already coming with the rolling eyes. So they could have added that to that figure, but they didn't for, again, VGM and CM. And not that they don't do this, but for all of them, but some they just decide, you know what, it's not worth it, so they don't bother with the rolling eyes for everything. But they do, like for example, comic Dr. Doom, right? He's got the full rolling eye effects, and he's a CMS, CMS serial number or CMS, line. So they pick and choose. They pick and choose what they're gonna what they feel will be worth working on or worth adding to whatever figure. When it comes to, see, this is what I was talking about. Look at that. You got a really wide stance, articulated pose, which again shows you that the articulation is good, and it has to be. Remember, he's a hardcore martial artist, like way more than Batman is, even though obviously Batman trained him, but he's more of that. So I don't think I've ever seen a Batman figure from the Arkham line do this. You know what I mean? So this is a completely different body than anything else. I'm assuming he's got to be slightly shorter than any other Arkham Batman we've gotten before, because again, they're not supposed to be the same height. But as you can see, the articulation of the body is perfect. Just classy, sexy. That's a sick pose right there. Classy, sexy, beautiful, detailed, badass. Again, anything black with anything black and red, black and blue, black and yellow, black and anything with black always looks badass. And the fact that this is mostly all black, you can't beat that. You cannot beat any of that. Let's see who's in the house. Gerardo, welcome.
Hello!
I'm also absolutely getting this Nightwing. I've been praying Hot Toys will release Blade this week for... Oh my God, Ron. Gilberto, ¿cómo está? Buenas noches. Feliz martes. Bienvenido.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
Welcome. Electricity touching itself. Bouch. This guy. Dave says, yeah, the Arkham Origins Batman, the new one looks sick. Everybody's been wanting that suit for a long time. Again, very basic suit, but looks sick. And that Batman is the first Batman, from the Arkham line to have rolling eyes. We've gotten 3 different Batmans. Well, 2 different Batmans. The original one with that rubbery suit that was kind of short. Then all of the Arkham Knight Batmans, which are all, very, very bulky, very big. They don't really do much articulation-wise. We've got obviously different versions of them, but like we got the Prestige version, we got the Futura Knight, we got the Batman Beyond, and then we got the yellow, gold Batman Beyond. Then we got the XC suit, again, no rolling eyes for that. And now we got the Hellbat XC suit, again, no rolling eyes for that. So we've got plenty of Batman figures from the VGM line, the Arkham line, but none of them with rolling eyes. So that's going to be the very first one for the Origins line. So hopefully we'll get more stuff. It looks like also, guys, like I mentioned when that figure was announced, the Origins Batman, they teased Deathstroke. And remember what I told you guys, there's a possibility that they could give us the rolling eye feature. They could update the figure, re-release the figure with the single, eye moving. Very possible. Why do I say that? If they're adding rolling eyes to the Batman Origins figure, right? And they teased that Deathstroke in there. Remember, they could have had them face to face. They could have showed you his face. They could, They could have shown, because the figure's out, right? The Deathstroke's been out for years. But the fact that they showed you that, facing Batman, right? So his back is to the camera, could be that, could be them hinting at the fact that, all right, it's coming again with the updated rolling eye. Let me tell you something. People will buy the figure again because it's a great figure. I don't know if you guys saw, but they made the Slade Wilson head sculpt by third party. You can still find it, I believe, 16kid.com. So that's how I have mine displayed. So I have mine with the helmet off, with that head sculpt on, with the eye patch and the helmet. Either I think it's on the base. Right? He doesn't need to hold it because his eyeball's exposed anyway. So if they make that figure with the rolling eye, you better believe, number one, I'm going to get it. Why? Because now I can have my version, that new version with the mask on, and then the head sculpt version stays as is. So that's what I'm telling you. It's easy money for them to have that updated. It's a big enough figure where they don't need to do much with it, right? The figure is massive for those who have it. It's a massive body. Even that helmet is big size, so they could do something like they did to the Robin from Batman and Robin, right? They don't need to do much. They just literally need to dig a hole big enough under that big, massive helmet anyway, and just do the eyeball through there. Anything's possible. So I have a feeling that's going to be coming, because besides that, I don't think they've really made, or I don't think they're planning on making any other reissues of it, but that Deathstroke will be worth every penny. I pre-ordered the inner one. Oh, well. But inner made a 112, no? The Batman Origins was a 112 from inner, wasn't it? They didn't make a 1.6 of that, did they? I don't think I saw a 1.6 of the Origins Batman, but they did a really nice 112 Batman. Their Origins Batman is beautiful, but again, it's a 112. It's not a 1.6. So let me know, Dave, if you got a 1.6 or a 112, because I don't think they made 1.6. It was 112. The upcoming figure, it's Darth Malgus. He's going to be an absolute, that thing's going to be massive. That thing's going to be sexy. The head sculpt when you take the mask off looks badass. I have the Sideshow one. I love that figure. Articulation wise, doesn't do much, but it's a great looking figure. That face is, really, really nice. And I had the special edition, so it came with like a different head sculpt for it. So that's the one I have on. So really nice. Black and shrimp etouffee. What are you talking about? Oh my God. It's Adam Lambert. Of course, you would know who that is. Of course, you would know. Watching American Idol 24/7. Disgusting. Oh my God, unbelievable. Now you know what Ash likes, guys. American Idol 24/7. Yeah, the 112. That's what I thought. Yeah, no, the 112 is beautiful. That's a really, really, really nice figure. Like I said, Inart could be 112 Kings if they want it to be. But of course, they want to be a bunch of bums and try to compete with Hot Toys, which they can't. They never will be able to. But they're staying alive because they're getting lines like Harry Potter, right? They're getting lines like what's the other shit that they got? Lord of the Rings, right? Things that Hot Toys doesn't have. So that's why, they're most likely going to be able to stick around because Hot Toys is not going to get those lines. And, people like those lines. They're very popular lines. They're very popular movies and IP. So that's where they're going to be able to stay alive. But when it comes to competing with Hot Toys regarding Marvel, which they don't have, DC, they're not better than Hot Toys ever. So that's what I'm saying. The 112 that they make is very, very good. Like I said, that Batman, the moment it was announced, I was like, that looks really good. We saw it at some, it was displayed somewhere at some convention that they had or some show that they were at. I want to say the Vegas show. It looked really good. Again, it's the suit that makes it look really good, but the articulation of that figure is sick. You could do literally any type of pose that you want with that figure, no problem. So that's what makes that figure really good, the articulation. And again, it looks really nice. I don't have much space for 1/6, so mostly. Oh, I gotcha. That makes sense. No, but it's a good figure. That's a good figure. If it was any other figure, I would tell you stop buying in our 1/6 stuff because it's trash. It's all trash. And I don't know if you know this, but anytime you buy anything in art, you're going to have a big ass warning on the box, right? Big ass sticker on it that says, if an unboxing video is not made when opening this figure, there will be no after sales support. Meaning that the moment you get that box and you're about to open it, you better have your camera rolling. Make sure you're slicing the box open on camera. Make sure you're taking everything out on camera view. Test everything. Test the joints. Test every piece that comes with it. Again, on camera. Why? Number one, if you don't do that and something happens to your figure, you are screwed. You will get no customer service whatsoever. Doesn't matter where you bought it from. Doesn't matter where you got it from. Doesn't matter how much you paid for it. You're not going to get any customer service if anything's broken. So that's why I would have told you stop buying in art because it's going to be nothing but a headache. It's been nothing but a headache. Not only since they started doing that, but even prior to that. Because they suck. They, when it comes to their QC, right, their quality control and all the things, that they're supposed to do. People, for example, one of the Lord of the Rings figures, right, supposed to have some type of ring in there. And a few different people got different. One looked like a Cheerio. So when it comes to the actual accessories, they're not all uniform whatsoever. So if, let's say, you get your 112 Batman and something is missing, something, which it's happening also, something is missing, something is not up to par, something is broken, something, isn't right. If you don't make that video, you are screwed. And these figures, obviously, that was like $100 some, which it's not a lot of money, but for a piece of plastic and a toy, it is a lot of money. So make sure that, again, if you're planning on continuing to buy in art, always have that camera rolling, because if you don't and you have a problem, you are going to be in trouble. Trouble. Fabs, you don't know me. Oh my God. Ash loves American Idol. Unbelievable. I only listen to Eminem. I'm like you, Barbie girl. Unbelievable, Ash. Ash loves American Idol. Oh my God, Eminem is the man. Stop, Rudy. Why do you believe everything he says? You really think he listens to Eminem when he just said he loves Adam Lambert? Unreal. Damn, that's the info. I usually stick to Mesco and Mayfex. Glad. I'm telling you, like I said, if that was something that you were constantly buying, I would tell you right now, stop it. Hot Toys will make anything better. Obviously, if it's a line that Hot Toys doesn't have, then obviously you're stuck. But even if you continue to buy anything 112 from them, make sure you have a video rolling because you're going to get screwed. It's inevitable. It will happen eventually, right? Some people are like right now, oh, it hasn't happened to me. Thank God. It's only a matter of time, period. It's just what it is, right? With Hot Toys, for example, Hot Toys has been around for over 20 years, 25 years. We still have issues with them right now. Obviously, if you order from Sideshow, you're going to get either your money back or a replacement or whatever. You're covered. You don't need to make a video. Inert came out last week. They were born, 2 years ago now. They're not looking to help anybody. They're looking to try to save as much money as possible with after-sales customer service. So they're looking for any reason and any type of way to not help people get any customer service. So that's why they're making it a nightmare for people once they buy their shitty product. If you don't have that video made and something happens, you're screwed. Nobody's going to help you. They're going to say, okay, where's the video? What video? You're done. Because they don't even trust their own customers. That's how disgusting they are as a company. They don't even trust their own customers to tell them that, hey, your product is shit. It came broken, or even, because what they think is, again, I'm assuming this is what they think. One of the things that they think is that you broke it, you damaged it, you ruined it. So they're not going to want to cover that for you. But Hot Toys, even if you break it, you damage it, say, hey, guys, this broke. Your figure shouldn't be breaking a day or two after you got it, a week or two after you got it. That's why they give you 30 days. Because anything can happen to that figure within 30 days. Again, obviously, it can happen after the fact too, but they give you the whole month to file a claim for whatever. And if they don't have it, they'll give you a discount. They'll give you, say, ship it back. We'll give you your money back or whatever. But they'll help you without a video. Inner is not looking to help anybody. It's already happening. The first thing they ask is, where's the video? A lot of people don't even have a video. So then what? What happens to your broken figure or your missing item figure or your anything going wrong with the figure? You're screwed. That's why that company's complete garbage. That's what I was going to tell you. If you're planning on buying their stuff, be very careful. Make sure your camera's rolling or don't even bother at all. I would tell you, save your money. Like I said, if you're buying Lord of the Rings, if you're buying Harry Potter shit, they're the only ones that are making, a decent product from those lines. So it is what it is. You're stuck buying that shit. But if you don't need to buy anything from Inart, Hot Toys will make it better. Hot Toys is better, will always be better, and you get the customer support as well. Fabs, Hot Toys Special Edition was a timed edition only for sale until in January. It's still available. Did I misunderstand something? What's going on, Lord? Oh, I don't know. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that it was a time thing. But if it's still up, it's for, I guess there's still want people to keep buying it. But I didn't even see that. Let me pull it up real quick. Let me see. Sideshow. Absolute. Batman. Special edition. All right, so here it is. Let me just make sure. Hold on 1 second. Where did you see that it was a time thing? Because like I said, I didn't know that. Let's see, side chart, details. Yeah, where did you see that? Exclusive, special edition exclusive. Stealthy look cape. Where did you see that? Night Watch. I want to know. Because like I said, I didn't know that. When it's time, they have the timer on it. Like they did, I want to say there was an Iron Man figure that they had a timer for. I forget. I want to say the Mark 42, maybe. But let me know where'd you see that? Yeah, like I said, I don't remember seeing that. I don't remember seeing that at all. But let me know. Let me know where you see that. Ruben Studdard was the greatest American Idol winner ever. I'll die at this show. Wasn't he the obese black guy that was like 500 pounds? All I pay on cars 24/7. You know nothing till you trust. Guys, he listens to Adam Lambert, as you guys already know. Unbelievable. Yes, William Hung, best. Yo, can you imagine? William Hung became a sensation with the worst audition in the world. This is America. Ash usually for Bad Bunny. She bangs. Oh my god. The Absolute Batman, especially that had a timer. The timer is going. Oh, see, I didn't know that. I didn't see that. That's why. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? They left it up. Maybe they didn't get as many pre-orders as they wanted to. So that's why it's still up. You know what I mean? Same thing that Inner did with their Batman. Remember, it was a 3-day pre-order window. And then when they realized that they didn't get as many orders as they thought they were going to get, they were like, just kidding. Open indefinitely. So probably the same thing. Probably they were expecting, again, they do this to create hype for people to order, right? Immediately. Oh, I want to run out of time. I don't want this to be sold out or the timer to be gone. So it's a tactic. Like I said, they've done it before. If I remember correctly, was with the Mark 42 Iron Man, the special edition. I want to say the special edition exclusive, deluxe. And I want to say maybe also the Darth Vader battle damage, but maybe I'm wrong about that one. But I know an Iron Man was limited, right, with a timer. He's right. See, I didn't see the timer. I didn't see the timer at all. So again, it's a tactic anyway. It's a tactic to get people to buy. And like I said, apparently, if it's still up, because I remember with the 42, once that timer was done, it was up. That was it. You couldn't order anymore. That specific version of it. But if they left it up, it's because they didn't get the amount of pre-orders that they thought they were going to get. So that's 99.9% what the excuse is going to be. You know what I mean? There was no other reason why they would leave it up, right? What's the why? Why would they leave it up? Because they're looking for more sales. So if they had a timer on it, they wanted people to be like, oh shit, I better order now. So again, it's all FOMO. It's all creating hype, creating people, an urgency to order. So then they got the orders in. Clearly, looks like they didn't get as many. So they said, you know what? Let's just leave it up because we got to get more. That's all it is. There's nothing, there's nothing about anything besides that. At least I don't think. If you had some kind of counter closed stealth version, maybe it was a strategy. Well, no. So the special edition comes with that, right? Comes with this. This is what makes it special. But again, it comes down to the orders. It comes down to they probably didn't get as many as they would have liked. So that's why they didn't stop it, Yeah, I remember him. Ruben. Yeah, he was like 500 pounds. No, this Batman's going to be sick. Massive and sick. That's what your fans. Oh, my God. If I knew an Adam Lambert song, I would sing it to you right now, Ash, because I know that's your favorite. Fabs, you have to admit, greatest singer in the world is Julio Iglesias. Guys, hit the like button. There's 23 of you guys in here. Thank you guys for being here. The wide cape and spikes make the absolute Batman figure. Yep, correct. So if you're gonna display it like without the spikes and stuff, like I don't know about that. See, like that look right there. Again, I'm gonna display mine like this because this looks beautiful. But the spikes, that is badass. They gotta look. See, this is a little gaudy for me. I'm not gonna use these, I don't think, because it's a little too much. Even though it's cool to own, right, to have, but mine's gonna be regular like that. That's gonna be my look because that looks sexy as hell, and it's wired too. I watch that's a great call. Yeah, so like I said, guys, tomorrow, like I said, we may get that bug announcement. If not tomorrow, then probably Thursday or I don't think Friday, probably Thursday. But again, who knows, right? They'll do whatever they want whenever they want. What was the other thing? And then obviously whatever else is set to release will most likely going to get released. Everything way before their vacation. So that's funny because I know none with more funny as you dudes. I know, that's what I'm saying. I wish I knew one so I could sing it to you because you'd be singing along with me. Oh my God. All right, guys. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.